Hello, hi. Ken Fires, Safety of Principal, Wealth Management, step number 4, VA benefits. Okay, we've made it to the final step, and always the final step is sometimes the most difficult and misunderstood, and there's a lot of confusion that is built around this process. I believe at this point of the application is where people get discouraged, and the VA does a good job of discouraging, and people quit. They get frustrated, and they stop the process without perseverance and without continuing and pushing through. Step number 4 is net worth, the net worth issue. Now, before I explain this process, I want to let you know this. If we can get mom and dad, or mom or dad, approved in step number 1, in step number 2, and in step number 3, step number 4 is not an issue. We have helped people that have had pretty big estates get this benefit. Remember, this is not an entitlement benefit, even though it acts to help in the cost of high medical cost. This is a benefit that is awarded to the veteran because of his or her service to this country. And if you were to ask mom and dad, would you want your money? And remember, assisted living facilities, nursing homes, they are businesses, and their job is to be paid for their services and well deserving. But if you were to ask mom and dad if would you want your money going to assisted living or a nursing home, or would you want your money going to the family? I'm pretty sure they would say, we'd like to keep it to the family. Matter of fact, that's no doubt. So, step number 4, net worth. And there are many strategies in approval here. And so it's very hard to go over them through a video and online. And that's why we will offer a free consultation on the net worth. But let me tell you the rules and the regulations and what's in the VA code, and then we'll take it from there. So, in the VA guidelines, and if you were to call the VA, and sometimes the first question out of their mouth is, what is their net worth? What is mom or dad's net worth? And if you say over 80,000, then they're going to say, sorry, you need not apply. And I'm here to tell you that that is not true at this point. Now, I'm not saying that there are laws and rules that are in the mix of changing, but we are going as of now. December 8th, 2014. At this point in time, that is overlooked. Medicaid has a look back on assets of 5 years. At this point, VA does not. There's no look back. And again, not saying that the VA is not going to go to a look back. They eventually will. But at this time, there is no look back. And most families and most people that we contact, and there's thousands of them, they combine these two programs, Medicaid and VA, and they believe that there's a look back on assets. So they try to do things like illegal gifting and trying to hide money. And you don't have to do that with the VA at all. It's full disclosure, proper disclosure. So let's talk a little bit about the 80,000 rule. There is one sentence in the VA guidelines that talks about the 80,000 rule, and it says if a veteran has over 80,000, he need not apply. Well, this benefit becomes available to the veteran when he reaches the age of 65. So if he's 65 and needs care, care is the key to the program. If he needs care, he can qualify for this benefit. There is no age requirement for the spouse of a veteran. So she can apply at any time, barring she needs care. So at the age of 65, they put a dollar amount on his life expectancy, and they came up with the 80,000. We found out through most of our cases is as that veteran gets older, as he reaches the age of 80 and above, then really he's only allowed to have 20,000 in his possession. So what do? And how do you come across qualifying for that, and what is doable with the VA and what is not? So that's what we discuss at our process. There are ways that you can do trust, family trust, that can be approved. There is income streams that can be properly structured and set up that are VA and Medicaid friendly that can be approved. There are personal caregiver agreements, personal service agreements in the state of Florida that are available. There's all these different tools, and everybody is different. But I want to assure you that don't lose hope, even if mom and dad have well over 80,000. We've even had people approved over 1 million. So that's the process. One other key thing to look at is under the net worth requirement is a lot of the families when they have a need for care and move into an assisted living facility or independent living facility or a nursing home, they have an asset of their home. Now their home is a non-exempt asset. Also in Medicaid, it is also a non-exempt asset. So if they are moving from the facility, from their primary residence, their home, and moving into an assisting or an independent living or a nursing home, you do have to be careful with that, and we show you how to properly structure the home by putting it into the trust. So that is one of the ideas and one of the concepts and the ways of looking at it. And things that we do is not a way to beat the VA. This isn't what we're doing. We're doing everything that's right in the VA guidelines and approval. You have to be accredited to deal with the VA, and we do have VA lawyers that are available on our staff to help in this process and to give proper advice. But you do have to be very careful who you deal with. This is a process. Again, I keep emphasizing that, but you have to understand. A lot of people want to run before they can walk. Our job is to educate you and bring you along through this process. I hope these 4 videos were very informative. We have already received many, many emails, and we're here for you. So we can be available to answer all your questions and take advantage of that free consultation. My name is Ken Fires, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you for listening and watching.